Hi guys, today we're going to be doing Eren's 8-month baby update, and it is bedtime, but he refuses to go to sleep, so I guess I thought we would just film this video. We're a couple days early. Today's the 15th, and technically the 17th is his baby birthday. So let's just hop right in and talk a little bit about Mr. Eren. So actually I want to go weigh him. I want to see how much he weighs. So let's see about that. So according to our scale, he is 20.5 pounds, and that's just a regular grown-up scale. So it's not, you know, crazy accurate, but it's a rough estimate on how big he is. So let's see, what do I have in my notes here? First of all, he's crawling, but he totally wants to walk, and he's still very whiny. So when big brother Calvin was at this age and he started crawling, he got really content. Like, he would be really whiny in those few weeks or months leading up to crawling because he really wanted to go get things, but he couldn't get them. But once he started crawling, he was way happier. Eren is still not happy. He wants to walk. He wants to be a big grown-up and walk around like everybody else. He wants to climb on everything. He's pulling himself up on everything he can find. He wants to walk. He thinks he's some big boy. He's not content. He's still very whiny. Not incredibly whiny, but he wants to do things. He gets upset when he can't do the things that he wants to do. So he wants to crawl the stairs, which is terrifying. So we've had to reinstate the gate at the bottom of our steps. We live in a 2-story, so we have a gate at the top and bottom of the steps, and so we have to keep that gate shut downstairs because that's the first thing he heads for if he is free to go. He wants to climb up those stairs, and it's scary. And knowing that big brother Calvin could potentially open the gate when I'm not watching, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. He loves following Calvin around, and he's very, I don't know quite how to say it. Like, if Calvin barely even touches him, he gets extremely upset about it because he thinks Calvin's trying to prevent him from doing stuff. Like, sometimes Calvin will grab him if he's doing something he shouldn't be, like playing with, you know, like touching the PlayStation or the DVD player or whatever, like all the stuff on the entertainment center. If he starts getting into that, Calvin will come over and tell him no. So anytime Calvin even kind of touches him, he thinks he's trying to, like, stop him from doing something fun, so he gets all offended about it. He sleeps about an average of 9 hours at a time at nighttime, so he wakes up around 4 o'clock. I wish he would sleep a little bit longer than that, but he's been doing that for what feels like ever, many months now, so he's still pretty much on the same schedule he's been on for several months, I think. He's been pulling up on his crib railing. Like I said, he wants to pull up on everything, so that becomes difficult when you're trying to get him to, like, go to sleep by himself, you know, trying to put him down when he's a little bit drowsy but not totally passed out. If he is not tired enough to just lay down and pass out, he will climb up on the railing of the crib and never want to fall asleep for nap time or bedtime or whatever, because he's able to stand up, and it's hard to fall asleep when you're standing up. So he's having baby food 2 or 3 times a day, just a little, I don't know if they're like 2 or 3 ounces or something of baby food at a time. I definitely give him more little bites of food than I ever did with Calvin at this age. I'll give him like little steamed broccoli bits and stuff, or like today he was having banana bits. We're definitely not doing baby-led weaning. He still eats purees, but I'm definitely, you can tell how tired he is. He's like humming himself to sleep. But I'm definitely using more real food bits instead of just purees this time around. But he really does enjoy, you know, taking his own little bites, having little pieces of stuff, like little, like individual rice, little pieces of rice on his plate or on his high chair table thing. He enjoys trying to go after those things, and even if he's not really eating them, he's just like kind of grabbing it, and it's just kind of like falling through his hand as he tries to put it in his mouth. He enjoys that a lot, and he will not take a bite of pureed food from you if he can have those big bites. So he definitely prefers to be feeding himself and interacting with his own food instead of having you feed him. And I think I'm better this time around knowing when he's full. So if I'm feeding him a bunch of baby food, you know, purees, and he decides he's done, he doesn't want any more, and he starts refusing it, I am easier to just let him stop eating at that point. I feel like I kind of forced Calvin to eat a lot of things, and I've learned this time around that it's not necessary to just, when he stops wanting it, stop trying to make him have it. And I mean, it all works out. So that's about it. I know this was a pretty quick little video, not a whole bunch to talk about. Like I said, he really wants to be on the move, so it's not gonna be too long before he's up and walking around like a big boy. He cruises around everything. He's finally started to like scoot around, not just pull up on the couch, but like, you know, shuffle his way down the couch as well, just a couple steps. So he's pretty close to being really on the move. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and we will talk to you next time.